morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to door number 23 of the Hallmark of Greatness Advent. We're so close to the end. I'm Anthony Burke. With me again is Joe Higgins.
Alicia and Chris Nascun.
Okay. And Craig Lowe.
Abari Ghani.
You want to tell us what language those are all in?
Esperanto.
Mine's Swahili for the customary greeting for Kwanzaa, which is, what is the news?
Tell me what's happening, what's the buzz, tell me what's
happening.
That's us getting done for
And copyright, right, yep.
Day number 23. A slight change to the original programming.
Yeah,
God damn you, Netflix, taking Christmas films off in December.
Why you would take Christmas films off in December, Netflix, is a baffling choice, but here we are.
It's quite the business model you've got running over there.
I mean, thankfully none of us had watched it, so...
Yeah, that's true. The Princess Switch.
Yes!
Yay! Back to
Double
the
Hudge.
We'll get to Joel's theory in a moment.
Hudge.
1 week before Christmas, a duchess switches places with an ordinary woman from Chicago who looks exactly like her, and they fall in love with each other's beaux.
Yes,
balls.
Bow.
Bows, all right. I was going to say.
Selector.
What's better than one Hudge?
Two
Hudges.
And if you watch the sequels to this, you
Three
get the triples.
Hudges.
One of them's blonde.
3 Vanessa Hudgens.
Puts in some of my theory later on about the NCU. We're not using the extra C.
NCCU.
After quick trip to the internet. Calls it the NCCU. No,
like
it's not the
internet knows more than
Netflix
we do.
Christmas cinematic universe. No, NCU. Get the pun right.
They're all set at Christmas. The
Yeah.
Christmas in the acronym is superfluous. You don't need it. Internet.
Get in the bit.
I don't believe you're both going for the internet. The internet will eat you alive.
Mate,
God, don't dox me, internet.
I was there. Oh,
You will be cancelled.
That's fine.
Good.
I can do with the rest.
I'm
I'm not doing this on my own.
I've just paid for Sky Movies. Don't cancel me.
Absolutely not.
Only because I couldn't find my Elf DVD and I couldn't be asked paying for it on Prime, so I thought I'll just get thingy free for Christmas. Hudge 1. We'll call her Basic Hudge.
Vanessa Hudgens. This is
Yankee
by the way.
Hudge.
Oh, sorry, if you're not familiar, Vanessa Hudgens, or she's now known Hudge, friends with Anthony's only friend, Budge. So Basic Hudge, or B Hudge, is Stacey DeNovo, who runs a bakery in Chicago.
Everything's in Chicago at the minute.
Yeah.
Maybe Christmas Inheritance is also part of it, Joe. Christmas Land, excuse me.
Oh, fuck Christmas Land.
It's in the rearview mirror, that one now, mate.
And then you have P Hudge, who is Posh Hudge.
Yep, that'll do.
Who is Lady Margaret.
The Duchess of...
Duchess of Moldalonas? No, it's not. It's Moldalovastan or something. So B Hudge, Basic Hudge, and her friend Kevin run this bakery.
Kevin.
He's called Kevin. Run this bakery together along with Kevin's daughter, who is called a name.
It's not important. She's not in it that much.
Yeah, she's not in it that much.
I think she's called Olivia.
Sure.
Let's say yes.
Yeah. Olivia has entered them into a Christmas baking competition in Aldovia.
On the other side of the world.
Is it, though?
I think it's a neighbouring country to...
I feel like
it's not in the continental US, is it? It's not
anything. It's not a real country.
No, it's not. But I reckon it's next door to Bolderovanistan from A Christmas Prince.
Is Lex Luthor creating new land off the coast of California, and we just
I reckon
the way they talk,
I reckon it's this.
I reckon it's right next to America. I reckon it's meant to be based because there's no way.
Why have they all got English accents?
Yeah, why are they so English?
I mean, admittedly, there is like a weird town in South America where they all speak Welsh because a lot of Welsh miners settled there years ago. But that's not important right now. It's got to be somewhere in Europe. It's got to be somewhere in Europe. There's castles. There's castles. Americans don't have castles. Well, they do, but they're in Walt Disneyland.
Yes, but
fake
island countries off the coast of America do have
said
castles.
It was island. It could have a land border.
We don't know. That's my point. Is you're saying it's definitely in Europe? No,
I reckon it's somewhere sort of Switzerlandy area.
Based on what?
Based on temperature, like climate, main
North
exports.
America. It can be Canada for all we know.
No, it's not. If you know where Aldoviastan is,
it's not real.
Let us. It's somewhere European. Although saying that, they do arrive in a prop plane, which makes me think that it isn't. But if it's a prop plane, I don't know what the range of those is, but I don't think it's that far. And from Chicago, I don't think you could get out of the country on one. So
you could to the island just off.
It's nuts. They're not going to Honolulu. Anyway, they get to this fucking country, right? Wherever it may be. Space, let's say. It's Europe. It's Europe. I'm saying it's Europe. Well, you can respectfully disagree.
Carry on.
It's filmed in Romania, if that's any help.
Europe. And they go to do the tests for this thing, and they find out that the Prince of Aldovia is due to marry Lady Margaret of Moldovanistan.
And no one's seen her because
no
she's
one's
such
seen
a recluse.
So secretive.
It's large sunglasses.
Yep. At the test for the screen test thing for the baking thing, B Hudge has to go off. And she bumps into P Hudge. What?
You're right.
What?
The Netflix holiday movie universe wiki.
Oh, yes, boy.
The Kingdom of Aldovia is a small country located in Central Europe.
Get it right up your hoop.
There's a genuine map and everything.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Wow, it's like Game of Thrones, but better.
Oh, dear. My apologies. You can delete all that. You can delete the first 5
No,
minutes of
no,
this
it's all
podcast.
staying in.
No.
25 minutes of you arguing that it's in America for some reason. Some cosplay city where they all pretend they're Mary Poppins.
The world's biggest Ren fair.
Anyway, B Hudge and P Hudge bump into each other and they're like, oh my God, we've got the same face.
We're the same person. We look like that Vanessa Hudgens.
You'll never see us both in the same shot because we can't afford that technology.
It's got a flag.
Yeah, it's got a flag.
Yeah. Oh, it's got 3 films now, mate. It's got a full backstory now.
Yeah, carry
you ever
on.
see that flag flying upside down? Aldovia is in distress. But they don't have a navy.
Aldovia currently has no subway system.
God bless
We
the
do this
internet.
fucking film and not the history of times of Aldovia, please.
They're twins.
that's been
They
written
fall
over a
in
bit of
love
country.
with each other's fellas. The end.
Yeah, basically. P Hudge is like, yeah, I wish to be an ordinary person, and B Hudge is like, sweet, I've always wanted to be posh. They like have a bit where they like learn about each other's things in a getting to know you sort of thing. And then do a series of bullshits in it, really.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's funny. It's the sort of fun japes that you can watch out of the corner of your eye.
It's basically like The Parent Trap or...
There's somebody sneaking around trying to get photos of them to prove that they're
I'm fairly sure
not who
there's
they are.
there's a Mary Kate and Ashley one that's very similar. Go on.
A staple of many Aldovian diets is jellied meat.
Ooh.
I mean, Anthony, you know, it's just me writing these now onto the internet. It's the Brian Harvey potato saga all over again.
A national broadcaster.
Yeah, Aldovia Broadcasting Corporation,
No,
ABC.
It's called A&N.
Anna.
Continue.
I can't, mate.
There isn't a great deal more to
I'm
this.
still hooked up on jellied meats, to be honest.
So it's all about Aldovia.
I'm saving that page. I want to find the other ones.
So, yeah, P Hudge gets to learn to love the prince. There's like a horse riding bit where she does some weird lunges, which made me laugh.
B Hudge or P Hudge?
P Hudge. P Hudge as B Hudge now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my God, you can't hear you, Craig.
Yes.
There we go. Sorry.
Yes, and Posh Hudgens is now Basic Hudgens, and she is learning to get on with Kevin, who she has feelings for, and it would appear that Kevin has feelings for her. But this was the bit that I didn't like.
His daughter
Olivia
quickly realizes
something's not right.
Yeah.
Because she drew marker pen on B Hudge and realised that this one didn't have it.
Oh, Craig did office joke.
Get the office
No, because the new poor Hudge, which is actually Posh Hudge, is more not independent. What's it called when you do things on the fly?
Spontaneous.
Well, yeah, he's more. I thought it began with an I. I couldn't think of the word. More spontaneous and more fun-loving. Yeah, that works as well. And so she's like, well, this was the bit that was weird because Kevin has been her friend, like poor Vanessa Hudgens, his actual friend. They've been friends for a very long time. And this person has come along who is, to his mind, the same person, same face.
Yeah.
And even when he finds out it's a different woman, it's still weird because it's the same face.
But she's freewheeling now. She's not up her own ass.
Yeah,
But it's still
Joe's
the same
point is that
face.
it's the same face, so all he's going to see is his friend. To which I said, you just got to picture it as it's a twin sister or. I think he always had feelings for B Hudge originally because they mentioned it early on about. I think his daughter mentioned, "Oh, you two are going to get together," kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So I imagine he's
found it a bit weird.
always had feelings for her anyway.
Yeah, but you've got to remember, we're seeing it as Vanessa Hudgenson times 2. But in real life, there will be slight distinct similarities the way you're going. You look slightly different. There's something about you that's a bit different.
Right, well, we'll get to that.
They are not identical twins. They are quite far removed on the family tree.
It's the same person.
It's the same person. They're not even like one of them's got an eye patch or anything. Right.
One's got a shorter bob than the other.
Yeah, they cut their hair slightly. We'll get to that when we get to Joe's theory of all the NCU being linked. She wins the baking competition. They change back over. The prince says, "Oh, B Hudge, I love you, always have.
Always have.
If in a year's time you still love me, do you want to get married?" And she's like, "Sweet."
They come clean. Sorry, they come clean after the baking competition.
Yes.
And everyone's going, "What?"
Yeah. Oh, there's also a bit as well where B Hudge, as the princess, is like, "We should do more to help poor people." And the king and queen of Aldovia are like, "What? No." And they're like, "Well, make people like you." And he's like, "We never thought of that." And I was like, "Oh man, make Aldovia a republic and get to chopping some necks, because there's an orphanage and no one gets any presents, but they can afford to throw a fucking ball." Yeah, we know which side breads are buttered in Aldovia. All that jellied meat.
All that jellied meat.
Can I ask, what's the average life expectancy in Aldovia?
That I can't answer. However, Aldovian passports have a red cover with a national coat of arms in the middle.
Oh, good.
No, so we know that they eat jellied
meat. Pre-Brexit, that.
We know they eat jellied meat. There's no subway system, but we don't know the life expectancy or the main crop exports or,
No.
Eels, pre-jellied.
Jellied, yeah.
I've not done the proper
So
research
they get married, and then we set it up for a second one, of which
there are two.
When we get triple budge.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Got a full paragraph on the vehicle registration plates, though, so that's good news.
Fuck's sake, what's not a sad blurt doing that? I enjoyed this. It was fine. It was The Parent Trap or Prince and the Pauper or any one of those millions of films that are exactly this film.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Did not need to be set at Christmas.
Harmless enough. It's just a fun
film.
No.
I mean, none of these need to be set at Christmas, Craig. Joe, sorry.
Some of them do.
Okay. What are you giving it a 10?
7.
Bloody hell.
What?
Okay. Craig?
7.8.
Oh, my good God. I gave it a 5.2.
That's still good.
Hey, what's better than 1 Hudge? 2 Hudge, innit?
Yeah. 3 Hudge.
Simple. Well, 3 Hudge will be better because one of them's blonde.
Yeah.
But
not for a while. I saw the trailer this earlier on.
Right, now, would you like to hear the theory?
I hope you've got a theme tune for Joe's theory here.
I haven't had time, mate. I've been doing COVID tests.
Joe's theory of the NCU. Go.
Right, so Lady Margaret is.
Should we turn off and disappear for a while?
No. I'd like to
get some tinfoil out the drawer.
Lady Margaret and Stacey DeNovo are related by blood. They say that it's their uncle that ran off to America to have children. The lady in A Night Before Christmas, the uncle is her parent as well. It's his second family. That's why her parents went to Bolvadnovstan, got that big acorn because they sold their first. Well, they gave their first son to the king because he is technically part of a bloodline of royalty from Aldovia, so that one day they can seize power of Aldovia. Go on.
Belgravia has a land border with Aldovia.
Fuck yeah, see? This is like Princess Bride shit, yo. So he's technically the king there now, but he is also distantly related to Lady Margaret of Moldovanistan, right? Which means...
What the viewer can't see is a whole wall behind Joe with all sorts of lines and strings and pictures. And there's so many pictures of Vanessa Hudgens on his wall.
Not those ones.
Ooh.
Yes, Andy.
The game Twister is very popular in Belgravia.
Fuck you. You could have been peppering these all throughout. But that means, yes, that Vanessa Hudgens in A Night Before Christmas, is technically royal blood.
Number 4, mate.
And he's going to turn up in Princess Swap 4.
Yeah.
Princess Switch 4.
A Night Before Christmas Switch.
Yes. A Night Before Christmas Switch Prince.
Also, don't they watch the same films in these two?
All the films are all watched each other's films as well. But I'd like to think they're like Crime Watch reenactments of the true life story.
Yeah, it's the lifetime film of
the real life,
real life romance.
Yeah, like the weird Prince Harry and Meghan Markle ones they've done, and Diana the musical and shit like that. Mark it down. But yeah,
Mark.
so we're going to get at some point, they're going to stop calling it the NCU, and it's just going to become the Hudgeverse.
I can't wait for the Avengers-style crossover of all these
Yeah.
films.
Well,
where
she plays like 6 characters.
You get,
Her with an eye patch on and a sombrero.
you get the last from Christmas Inheritance coming opening a toy store over in Aldovia, and it all just ties together.
I hope
They
so.
don't. Did they watch it in Christmas Inheritance?
They put it on to the.
It's the film that they don't watch in Princess Switch, and they decide to watch Christmas Prince instead.
So that's see. So
There you
Plop's in there as well.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah, it's fine. I'd probably watch it again.
yeah, I would.
wanna
I
watch
think at
the-
least one of these is getting played a year.
Yeah, I'd watch the other two. I think we're doing them for half Christmas, aren't we?
Yeah, they might sneak into Son of Christmas, which will be our July special.
We're still going to be doing this in July.
Yes,
Never
mate.
ends, mate.
Oh
This
my
is your
God.
life now.
This is 24 days and out.
They churn out 50 of these a year now. It's fine.
Yep.
More new films every year than there is weeks that we can do this podcast.
Yay. In conclusion,
52% and 52%.
absolutely not. In conclusion, that was day number 23, the Princess Switch, and you got a theory from Joe as well.
Hudgeverse.
Please come back tomorrow for the final episode of the month.
I know.
And
We're there. We're there. We're there at the end. Yeah, end of
Is
the
it our
year.
final
It is
episode of the year?
It sure is.
Grand, come back tomorrow. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Interesting trivia.
Oh, Christ.
The song performed over the opening scene was sang by Prince Edward. Not that one.
I mean,
Not that one.
it's no Twister is the best game in the world. But yeah, sure.
Up you. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
I can eat peanuts.